death of Justice Scalia changes the political landscape overnight and in a big way. We now have a whole new issue in the race for president. Not only is the White House at stake in the November election, but so is the Supreme Court.
The sudden death of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia has left many to ask what's next. Scalia played a valid role in being the intellectual force on the Supreme Court and was oftentimes the tiebreaker in decision-making. With elections coming up so soon, his vacancy has more of an effect than we could imagine. Paul Simon Public Policy Institute Director David Yepsen speaks on the political atmosphere after Scalia's death.
Filling the vacancy created by Justice Scalia is going to be a highly partisan issue. He was a darling to the Republicans and to conservatives, and they sure don't want President Obama to try to fill that vacancy. So they have said, we're not going to consider this until after the election. Republicans control the Senate, so it's probably not going to go anywhere.
Though Scalia's death hits hard on Congress, I asked Director Yepsen, how will this affect voters eager about this year's election?
One of the effects that this vacancy is going to have on the election is it's going to energize conservatives and liberals both. There's a lot at stake, and voters and organizations and interest groups are going to be mobilizing their supporters to turn out in the election, not only for the presidency, but also in key Senate races. So it's going to have an energizing effect on the campaign on both sides.
The White House says President Obama will announce his selection when the Senate returns February 22nd. I'm Taylor Johnson, signing off for River Region Evening Edition.